Hello, students. Welcome in the session of probability uh, for class 10. Okay, so let us have the concept of probability. We may call it chance of getting something. So, what is probability? How it is calculated? So, related terms, first of all, we will see. So, one term is outcome. So, in doing an activity, the result which comes out called outcomes. So, while we perform any sorts of activities, playing a coin, then what are its results? What results we get in tossing a coin? We get either head or a tail. So, getting a head or a tail is the outcomes. Similarly, in throwing a Ludo die, the results, different results which we get, it may be a digit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So these are called outcomes. Now, one term we will see here, favorable outcomes. So, favorable outcomes means those results, those outcomes which we take into consideration in favor of finding the probability of an event. I mean, to which event we want to find out the probability. In favor of that, what is the number of outcomes in favor of probability to be find out for that event is called favorable outcomes. And total outcomes, as the name suggests, in an experiment, the total result of an activity is called its total outcomes. Sample space. When we note down all the result, putting comma in between them inside a curly bracket, so listing all outcomes, listing all possible results of an experiment, putting comma to separate them inside a curly bracket, then it is called sample space. So here you can see, when we write the total outcomes inside a curly bracket putting commas between them, it is called sample space. As for example, in case of Ludo die, you see the sample space is inside the curly bracket 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. So in this way, student, what we have got till this the different terminology related to probability. Probability is, it will define it, probability is the chance of getting something which is to be happen in an activity, in an experiment. So we have discussed about outcomes, favorable outcomes, total outcomes, and sample space. Now let us see on the basis of this how probability of an event may be defined. So here, students, probability of an event whose symbol is P with suffix E, indicating that P is the probability and E suffix inside below E is written for an event. So in symbol it is PE, which stands for probability of an event in a symbolic way, is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So while we calculate the probability, chance of getting of any event, then we have to write the number of favorable outcomes, that is in support of that event, how many are there in the favor of this event, divided by total number of outcomes of that event or in that experiment. Symbolically, we may write here PE, that is probability of an event, may be written as equal to NF by NT. N is number of, F stands for favorable outcomes. So it is NF means number of favorable outcomes, and by NT, NT means total number of outcomes. So either we recall this which is given in language here, to calculate the probability we use this concept, or symbolically we may use this. Now some facts related to probability of an event are here, which must be memorized while solving the exercise problem. These are: number one, the lowest value, the minimum value, the smallest value of probability of an event is 0, and on the right on the other hand, the highest value, the maximum value, the greatest value of an event whose probability is greatest maybe is equal to 1. So here first point to note, the smallest value of probability is 0, the highest value of probability of any event is 1. This indicates that the value of probability for any event can't be less than 0 and can't be more than 1. So it will be from 0 to 1, lying all values in between these. That is, its value ranging from 0 to 1. So symbolically, mathematically, this may be written as 0 is less than equal to probability an event is less than equal to 1. So first point is this to note down here. Now the second point that the sum of probability of an event, occurring an event, and the probability of not occurring that event is equal to 1, because the maximum value of probability is 1. So if an experiment has two sides, one is occurring the event and another is not occurring the event. Say for example, if in an examination, if the rule is made that no result will be pending, so result will be clear, either pass or not pass, then the probability of getting the student pass plus probability of not getting student pass is equal to 1. So that is symbolically it is written as PE plus P not E is equal to 1. Now some more definitions are there. The third point to note, if the probability of an event is 0, then it is called impossible event. For example, in a bag, if there are only red balls, and if it is said that you pick one ball up randomly, then what is the probability of getting a white ball? So obviously you will tell that there is no probability of getting white ball at all, because there is no white ball inside the bag. So in these circumstances, the probability of getting a white ball from a bag containing only red ball is 0. So such event is called impossible event. It is clear? Now on the other hand, as you know that the smallest value of probability is 0, so for any event if the value is coming 0, it means that event is not possible, that is an impossible. Another term is if as you know that probability, the highest value of probability is as you know, just 1 minute, so we have 1 minute, just a minute. So if the highest value so far is concerned, you as you have already seen that 1 minute, you have already seen some disturbance is coming here, so just a minute, I am setting just a minute, wait for a minute. So yeah, so we were talking about that maximum value of probability is 1, highest value. So suppose any event whose probability you have calculated and it is it came 1, then such event is called sure event. It means if the probability of an event is 1, then such event is called sure event. For example, just you have taken that in a bag there are only red balls. Suppose we take the same example here, that in a bag containing only red balls, if it is said that you take up one ball, take and bring it out randomly, then what is the probability of getting red ball? Obviously you will answer that 100%, because there are only red balls. So if randomly we pick any ball up, then red ball will come. So 100% probability is there of getting red ball in a bag containing red balls only. So such event has probability 1. Such events are called sure event. Next term is that suppose in an activity there are so many events are occurring, and you have calculated for each event their respectively probability you have calculated for each event, and they are, let us suppose, p1 for first event, p2, p3, p4, p5 and so on. So many events are there in that experiment. Then if you add all these probability, then again it is equal to 1, because the highest value of probability is maximum value is 1. So in this way, in mathematically we may say that p1 plus p2 plus p3 p plus dot 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 is equal to 1. And the last, which is concerned to our exercise, is what is equally likely events. So then we should define like this, that such events, two or more such events in an experiment whose probability are equal, then it is called equally likely events. For example, while we toss a coin, then there is a probability of getting head as well as probability of getting tail also. If we calculate the probability of getting head, it is 1 by 2. Similarly, if we calculate probability of getting a tail, it is again 1 by 2. So both probability are equal. So we say that tossing a coin is actually an equally likely event. Similarly, in case of throwing a ludo die, this is also equally likely event, because while we throw a ludo die, then there is probability of getting numbers from 1 to 6, and each number has probability of getting each number is 1 by 6. So all the events are here having probability equal. So such events are called equally likely events. Now hope students, on the basis of these concepts, you will be able to solve the exercise related to probability. Especially I am just I usually make videos entirely based on NCERT books. So I hope that in your NCERT exercise you will be 100% able to solve each and every question. Even then, if any question is there, we will share in the next video. Okay, till then, goodbye. So hope that you will like it share it with your friends and subscribes. So thanking you student, we will meet again